Hello and welcome to the program. Once again, it's that time again, Rokstedi Time, Heritage Television with yours truly, DJ Jossy Ladd. And you know that I'm never short of guests. I've got another fantastic, talented individual for you today. Highly gifted, very, very humble. In fact, this guy is humble to a fault. Very quiet and gentle, but I'm telling you, there's a bag of talent behind this personality. Easygoing gentleman, well known, proudly Nigerian, and obviously extremely African. And with his British background, he forms a perfect blend. He's a wonderful brother of mine, a guy that I have worked with, and I loved working with him every minute of it. And I know this guy's got a very bright future. Ladies and gentlemen, on Rokstedi Time today on Heritage Television, it's my pleasure to introduce to you my very special guest, DJ Whateva. Pleasure, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
It's a great pleasure, Whateva. Right, a lot of people obviously know you for what you're good at. You're a very talented DJ, and also one of the best scratch, we call them scratchers or scratch effect DJs in the industry. He is very, very good at what he does. His fingers are absolutely magnificent. It's like they're glued to the turntable and the mixer, but he does a fantastic job. And yeah, it's really good to have you with us today. Thank you for honoring my request. He's not someone who likes the cameras a lot.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah, talk to me. Let's talk about how it all started. I mean, did you just wake up one morning and say, this is what I want to do, or did something entice you into doing this, or was it a sheer coincidence?
Nah, for me, it was never in the plans. Nah, I never planned to be a DJ. Of course, I love music.
Doctor, engineer,
lawyer. More like computer engineering route. But like I said, I love music just like the next man, and I love my mixtape. I go about recording, and
yeah.
During the course of my exploit into the mixtape arena, I just decided to delve into DJing, and that was it. Wow.
You see, these guys, these mixtape guys, like the Samakos and the, you know, the guys in
yes, the Samakos, the Playtooks, the Fresh Waves, the Air Combs.
They don't even know how many DJs they've created.
Because they don't have an idea.
That was where my story started from as well.
Wow.
From this mixtape thing, it just became something else. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic. Music is very important in our life. But tell us how the coincidence occurred.
Actually, I was looking to buy a record, Notorious B.I.G.'s Big Papa, and I went about looking to get the record from studio to studio. Of course,
it was in Nigeria then.
Yeah, I was in Nigeria then. They were not willing to sell their copy to me. So
yeah.
On my way back, I stopped at the studio, very close to my house, and I walked in.
Lagos, Ibadan?
Solo in Lagos,
okay.
Yeah. Music Temple to be precise. So
okay, I know that one.
And asked if I could buy the record, and I had to wait a while for them to attend to me. The DJ was busy making a tape then, and I was sort of intrigued looking at what he was doing. And instead of asking to buy the record, I acting on impulse, I asked if they would teach me how to DJ. Wow. And they said yes. And the rest is history.
Incredible. That is absolutely, that is one of the most incredible stories I had. I mean, why didn't they say, for instance, if you're not a DJ, what are you buying a record so much in demand for? Because obviously they wouldn't expect someone who's a mere music lover. I know how scarce that record was when it came out in Nigeria. Then I wonder why they didn't even say to you, you know what are you doing looking for this record when you should be buying a mixtape from us?
Probably
that suggests that you're probably a record collector.
Yes, I love to I still collect music up to date. So
fantastic.
And there was this mix on the 12-inch by So Def, and it was fantastic, and I knew I had to get the record.
So obviously you then ended up learning to become a DJ, but eventually you got your record, right?
I did not get the record, but I have the MP3 version.
Right. So from there, obviously, with someone with your enthusiasm, you probably end up there every single day.
Yeah, they took me on. I think this was back in July 96. Yeah, July 96. They took me on, and 5 months after, I was their head DJ.
Wow. You just decided, you just knocked them off their perch, every single one of them.
I was lucky. There were 2 other DJs there. One left about 2 months after I joined, and the last one left about, I think, 4 months after I joined. So there was no. I just had to.
I don't blame them for.
I had to step into their shoes.
They knew what was coming.
Nah, they moved on to bigger things, and I had to step into their shoes. Yeah.
Fine. And then how did that thing go? How long were you there as a head DJ, and how did it go?
I worked with Music Temple for a year and some months, and I then resigned.
Why did you? Because
I had fulfilled my dream. I wanted to learn how to DJ, and of course, started DJing, and I felt I needed to move on to some other things. I joined as a young teenager. I think I was about 18 or 17 when I joined, and I needed to go to university, and DJing was sort of hindering my ability or performance to proceed to the university. So after a year, I resigned to concentrate on passing the almighty jam.
Oh yes, and obviously that became a possibility, and then you went on. But the music was already in the blood. Then you couldn't get the music out of your
music has always been there. My father used to own a record shop when he was younger, and my elder brother's a DJ as well. So it's always been in the family.
Is he or?
He's actually in America now.
Oh, okay. Right, so you keep it in the family, right?
Yes, within the family.
So, how long were you a DJ in Nigeria for before you decided to move over here? Did you actually physically DJ in parties, school gigs and stuff like that, house parties, events, shows?
Like I said, I resigned a year and some months after I joined Music Temple, but that did not stop me from practicing the craft. I went on DJing at parties. I did clubs. My first club was Infinity Nightclub at the Papa Road. I think they had Eddie J, if I can remember. Eddie J and Ben Chuku, they were the managers of the club then, and that was my very first club.
Do you the same Eddie J that later went to Coliseum?
The same Eddie J. And Ben Chuku,
he happens to be a good friend of mine.
So that was my first club.
And I know Ben Chuku very well as well.
That was my first club, and from there I moved on to other clubs as well. I did Metro Park in Ikeja,
still there.
Next Generation, Okota, Isolo, and what other one? Jortina, Ralph Williams, and so many others I can't remember. Of course, I did parties as well. When I went to uni, I did raves, departmental gigs and all that. Yeah.
Good.
I did
So
everything.
when did you decide to pack it in and then come over here? Was DJing part of the reasons why you left to come here, or
No,
it was just greener pastures?
not greener pasture. Was after uni, after service,
Yeah.
jobs were not forthcoming, so I decided to check out like Mr. Andrew.
Yes, sir.
And yeah,
I don't blame you.
when I arrived, there was nothing to do as well, so I had to fall back on what I know, which is DJing, and that's what I've been doing for how many years now? Since 2006. Yeah.
And you've come in leaps and bounds, and now I will need to take you a little bit back to the foundation. How was the foundation set? When you started DJing, were you just normal DJ? When I say normal, mixing and blending, no scratching. When did the scratching thing come into it? What intrigued you? What inspired you into saying, okay, I can DJ, I can mix, but I want to go one step further. I want to be Mr. Wizard Fingers.
Okay. Actually, I think the scratching bit came before the mixing, because I know my interest got piqued when I saw Gangster's Mass Appeal video that had DJ Premier performing some scratch routines. I was really interested in what he was doing, and I don't know, I was able to I need to take that again. Deconstruct what he was doing, and then build it up and apply my own flair to it. And funny enough, I was just rubbing 2 pages of newspaper together to actually mimic the sound that he had done in the video. And it's like I said, it came before the mixing. So when I got to the studio, learned how to mix, I started practicing what I used to do, rubbing 2 pages of newspaper together, and it came out good. And from there, we started practicing, and the rest again.
So the scratching started in Nigeria.
It started in Nigeria.
Did you participate in any of those DJ competitions?
I've never been a battle DJ.
Okay.
Never been a battle DJ. Not that I can't battle, but
oh yeah,
I've never been a battle DJ.
Whoever needs to battle you now needs to work hard.
They'll have to pay me a lot of money.
Yes, sir. That brings me to the name Whateva. What inspired that?
Yes, I think I went about 3 or 4 years without a DJ name. I could not.
So during that 3 or 4, sorry to break it, what did you call yourself?
They just called me different names. Some called me Afar because I had my beard and all that. Some called me my regular name. Some they called me whatever they wanted anyway, but I could not decide on what I wanted. Along the line, when I went to uni, I met a promoter who wanted me to come on the show, and he needed a name to put on his poster. Since I did not have any to give him, I said, just put whatever you want there. And it clicked. He said, what? I said, yeah, put whatever there.
And that was it.
And that was how Whatever came to be.
Wow. And look at what he's done now. Whatever is still waxing strong. Right. I mean, now when you came over here, how did the build-up go? How did you first start? Obviously, when you came, it wasn't the era of house parties anymore, but we still did a few house parties in the early to mid 2000s. So you must have participated in 1 or 2 before hitting the clubs, right?
Actually, I actually started from the clubs.
Wow.
Yes.
Which was your very first club?
Aristocrat. That's what it used to be called.
Oh.
Camberwell.
Oh, yeah,
my friend Douglas.
I know Aristocrat. I had my roots. I had my roots there. Sort of that. Aristocrat was actually the second nightclub I played a while. A nightclub.
Okay.
It was a proper club. It was a second nightclub, a bar. And I started at Calabar Kitchen. I went to Aristocrat. I mean, if you have played in Aristocrat, God, you have seen the Niger nightclub scene. So you jumped in at the deep end, right? How did Aristocrat go?
I had to reorientate myself because most of the songs that were being played here were different from the ones that we were playing back in Nigeria. Yeah. So, I mean, with the help of Douglas, I was able to, like I said, reorientate myself. And yeah, the skills were there. All I needed was the music. And after observing them for a while, I was able to fit in.
Oh yeah, definitely. That
like I belonged.
Like that, Lagos boy. That would happen. So, how long were you an aristocrat for before you moved on?
A few months really. After aristocrat.
And then somebody came and poached you.
No, because I remember properly. I think after a while they had to shut the club down.
Yeah.
We all just sort of moved on.
Yes.
Yes, I went into something else for a while. Then I met DJ Abbas, and then
we hooked up.
I started working for him.
DJ Abbas, carry on.
Before DJ Abbas, I met with Sir Casey. I think I did a couple of events for him as well. Yeah. And also, shout out to Dr. Def. He's in Lagos now.
Yes.
He was the first DJ to actually take me on. He would take me on his own shows at the West End. We would perform together.
Def. Respect.
Yeah, he played a very important role in building my confidence. And I am grateful.
Yeah, so these are the guys that inspired you. I don't need to ask that question again. Yes. Any other inspirators?
Yes. The first on the list will be my brother.
Your brother in the States, right?
Yes, MC Chilao. Shout out to him as well. He gave me my first pair of decks. Technics. I was very lucky. I was in Lagos.
You mean you got Technics, a pair of Technics as a present from someone?
Yes.
Gee.
Yeah.
That is 30 billion in the account these days.
Not just that, I got my first mixer from him as well. I got records, and I mean,
he really looked after you.
He did. He looked out for me, and that really helped in developing my flavor.
Nobody's getting near my techniques. he really looked after you.
So yes, he's first on the list.
Nice.
And also, shout out to Tony Moore as well. He taught me how to identify the beat or the kick, the snare, how to identify genres and all that. So yeah, shout out to Tony Moore as well.
Brilliant. Right, and then obviously from working with DJ Abbas, you were DJing with him at his various shows at the various venues. He had a lot of venues. Can you mention some of the venues where you worked together with DJ Abbas?
I think the first one was Club of Village. What's it called?
Entice,
yeah.
That massive club.
Yeah, that was the first club. And, we did Nollywood as well.
Yeah, Nollywood downstairs. Yeah.
And lots of one-offs all over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you ever do Club TJs with him? Canning Town?
No, I think that was with Casey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
it wasn't TJs. I think it was called
Twilight.
Yeah.
That was me and Casey upstairs.
Yes, upstairs.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. Right, and then obviously you probably were not around when Abbas was doing Youngs in Hackney.
No.
That was a very successful one as well. Right, so anything you're doing now? Are you doing any club thing now?
Yes.
Promote yourself. Let people know where you're playing now, what you're doing.
Right now, I am working with a promoter that runs Jingles Nights, Fridays at Cypress Gardens, Walthamstow, just along the A406. I'm there every Friday.
Yep.
We're on from 9 to late in the night. So come in, have fun, lots of parkings, good food, good music.
Yeah, there will be good music wherever this guy is. Trust me, there will be good music wherever he is. So, do you do any other thing apart from DJing, or are you a full-time DJ at the minute?
I am a full-time DJ, but on the side, I'm an accountant as well. So I
see
self-assessment, all that.
This is what
we need to eat.
This is what we were telling our parents then. When we used to go and play football and DJ, they would beat the hell out of us.
Yes, sir.
We can combine both. You see now, he is a full-time DJ and he's getting his accounting money on the side.
Even in Lagos, they'll be like, DJs, the dropouts and all that.
Yeah.
I've got 3 degrees.
Wow. Did you hear that? 3 degrees. Anyway, I'm still happy with my 1. Right, tell us about the accounting thing, because people want to know, especially, I want you to touch the part where it specifically affects us self-employed people, DJs, promoters, event practitioners. Tell them how it affects business owners, shop owners, because our people need to be educated. Yeah. So if we don't get it right, we cannot compete with other tribes and other generations.
Yeah, for starters, there's this mistake that I wouldn't say Africans make, people generally make when we get paid in cash.
Yeah.
So we feel that getting paid in cash, we don't have to declare our earnings to the government, but that is actually a mistake, because they can't look into your activities, and if they don't match up, you'll be in trouble. You can either get fined or, at the worst case, get sent to
prison. Yeah.
So
I've seen it happen before. Yeah. Go on.
Whether it is cash in hand or bank payments and all, as long as you are earning some sort of income, it is your duty as a good citizen of the country to declare your earnings and give to Caesar what is Caesar's.
Caesar's, yeah.
So, I mean, having your tax records intact opens up a lot of needs
for you.
Your mortgage, loans, and all that. Once you have all those records in place, you can easily access finance to do whatever you want. So do not shy away from it. Don't try to hide your earnings from the government. They will catch up with you eventually. That is why we are here to help you. We'll help you save money. We'll devise ways for you to save money.
That's right. That's what I was going to ask next. Yeah.
Some sort of token back to the government. And it will not be illegal. And you will sleep better at night knowing that now you're legal. Yeah.
That's right. You know, we have a saying in Nigeria, atol na bad.
Yes, sir.
I mean, they can help us as professionals. It's nothing illegal. It's like if you want to go and buy a phone or a camera, you shop around, you see which is the cheap, not just the cheapest, but the most reasonable in terms of durability, price, and accessories, and what have you. The most reasonable, and then obviously you will make a choice.
Yep.
And that's exactly what they will be doing for us. If we contact them, they're not very expensive.
No.
They can show us which is the best options rather than us going in at the deep end. And at the end of the day, you would have been a good citizen because you would have been paying your tax. I mean, everything is going to come from that. If you don't pay at all, that's where we have an issue.
You get into trouble.
Going back into the DJ industry, obviously prominent member of Niger DJs, and so am I, and we see that new generation DJs are coming in.
Yeah.
So it will still take time for you guys to dethrone us, because we old boys, we know the green, we know the slow down.
At all.
We know the green, we know the slow down. So, but having said that, one thing I really like about Nigerian DJs is that all genres, all age groups, is all. Even we have female DJs, and we're looking for more female DJs. If you have anybody, you know anyone who is a good female Nigerian DJs, you are free to join. Even if you have half Nigerian parentage, you will take you on board. That's not a problem. Now, the new generation of DJs coming in now. What do you see the club scene? How do you see the club scene today? I want you to make a three-way comparison. Club scene in Nigeria when you left it, how it was, and how good it was doing, or bad, how good or bad it was doing. Clubs in here when you came in the mid-2000s, and clubs in now. I want you to just do that three-way comparison.
Okay. Before I left Nigeria, before the era of DVS,
Yes, sir.
Our era of vinyls and all that. People actually enjoyed music, unlike now. People pick and choose now. Back then, you go to the club, you dance.
Oh yeah, anything and everything.
To anything and everything.
Yes, sir.
And it was fun.
Yes, sir.
To actually play music. It was fun to break new records because you know that your people will dance.
Yeah.
When I came in the mid-2000s, it was still good. Lots of genres to play with: the bashment, the R&B, the funky house,
and don't forget the rap.
The rap as well.
Yeah.
The flow was good, but right now things have changed.
Yeah.
We are in an era where we have lots of materials to use.
Too much.
But we can only settle for just a few that appeal to the masses.
Yeah,
you understand?
Yeah.
Right now, people are way too choosy.
Yeah.
Things. I mean, you go to parties, you go to clubs, and you play music, and you have people who would dance to one song, and when another song comes in, they go back to sit down.
Yeah.
They
Incredible.
wait till what
day one comes on.
Day one comes on,
Yeah.
and then they get up again. So it is a bit disappointing. It doesn't inspire you as a DJ. I mean, you want to break new songs at parties or clubs, and you're fearful of what their reaction would be like.
Absolutely.
Of course, it is every DJ's nightmare to clear the dance floor. You don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So it is a bit more difficult now.
You're right.
Like the way we had it back then.
Yeah.
So in terms of creativity, you're way restricted, unlike what we had before. But the young ones coming up now, they seem to be in tune with what people want, and yeah, they are representing.
Well done. Well, we're going to take a little break now. We're going to take a short break because we need to pay the bills, and then we're going to see whether we can just give people a snippet, few second snippet of DJ Whateva in action, if our technical team can, if we can access that, and then we'll be back. And when we come back, we'll just quickly go to one or two areas, and then we'll round up. It's been a pleasure. DJ Whateva here with me, DJ Jossy Ladd, Rokstedi Time on Heritage Television, Putney, London.
Yes, sir.
Christ Living Spring Apostolic Ministry, CLAM, Prayer Academy, United Kingdom, presents Great Apostolic Power and Grace for the Next Level. It's a night of healing, salvation, deliverance, and restoration. Venue is the Harrow Leisure Center, Christchurch Avenue, Harrow, HA3, 5BD, London. Date is the 20th of October, 2017. Time, 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. Doors open at 8 p.m. For further inquiries, please call +44 795 199 8557 +44 750 865 7726 +234 816 018 9672 8033 033 214 or visit our website on www.clamgo.org. Host Pastor Wale Oladiun and other anointed men of God. Come and be blessed. Jesus Christ is Lord.
Welcome back. It's your Rokstedi Time on Heritage Television, and our guest today is DJ Whateva, like we said before. DJ Whateva, the musical situation now, especially Afrobeat. We cannot finish this program without talking of Afrobeat. We all knew when Afrobeat started, and just what you said before the break was what was happening to us then when we were trying very hard to infuse Afrobeat into the club scene. We would drop a tune, Afrobeat record, and people will just walk away and go and sit down. But we persevered. Some of us got involved in confrontations. Some of us were absolutely ridiculed. Some of us were put down as no good DJs. But eventually, Afrobeat is here to stay.
Afrobeat has taken over the scene.
It has. And the way I say it's going to be around for a long time, because Afrobeat has what just started from Nigeria, and I know the Ghanaians will try and claim that it started from there. Sorry, it didn't start from you.
No.
You were doing your hip life and high life.
Yes.
There's a lot of difference between that and Afrobeat. So don't even try to claim it. So Afrobeat started. And when Afrobeat started, I know my Ghanaian friends will be on my WhatsApp page now, my Facebook page now. Right. So it spread right the coast of West Africa.
Yeah.
It's now taking over the whole of the African continent.
Yeah.
We're getting a lot of collabos between Afrobeat artists, Nigerians versus Ghanaians, Ghanaians versus Sierra Leoneans,
Yeah.
Sierra Leoneans versus Nigerians versus South Africa, Kenyans, Tanzanians. We get names like Diamond Platinums. We get names like what's this lady's name? Chile. What's her name again? Mafikizolo. Sorry. Mafikizolo.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
we getting all those collaborations going on, and even the francophone African countries are now collaborating with the anglophone African countries. So Afrobeat's taking over Africa. It has crossed over the waters. It's gone to America. It's gone to Europe. And someone was telling me about a week or so ago that Afrobeat is taking over Sweden and Norway, the Scandinavian countries, so much.
Wow.
Like you would never believe it. And we get recognized reggae artists and R&B artists singing now and jumping on the Afrobeat bandwagon. How do you think the Afrobeat thing has traveled, in your opinion? How did it get to this stage? What stage do you think it is now, and where do you think it's going?
Really, I mean, the success that Afrobeat is witnessing right now was bound to happen. Whether sooner or later, it was bound to happen, because these boys, they put in a lot of work into what they do. I would want to say that they've been able to observe the music industry as a whole, and they were able to come up with something that they felt was missing, which was the Afrobeat. Of course, the original Afrobeat belongs to Fela and Nicola Poputi, but yes, they were able to come up with their own idea, which was, of course, we're missing it.
Yeah.
Before Afrobeat, I think what was popping was the bashment scene, the bashment scene, the funky house scene. So we had to move to Africa to get closer to home, to have a taste of what it was. People were beginning to get tired of the mainstream songs, so to say. And the market was bound to open up sooner or later. So, I mean, kudos to them. They've done their job, and they are reaping the benefits now. So, I mean, moving ahead, I mean, we now know that the Americans, so to say, they're beginning to jump on the Afrobeat genre, and what more success?
Absolutely. And then where do you see Afrobeat in the next, 10 years? Do you think it's going to still drop, or do you think it's still going to be waxing strong?
I mean, just like every other genre that has reigned at one point or the other, it will continue to evolve.
Okay.
We will get more artists, more talents, more ideas infused into it. So it's not going anywhere. It's only going to evolve into something even better.
Brilliant. Yeah, well, I was just thinking while you were giving me an answer to that question, I was just thinking, God knows what would have happened if the huge amount of kids that were unemployed then were not unemployed, and they had to look for other ways to improvise. God knows what would have happened, but I mean, I can't say that we're glad that unemployment is rife in Africa, but I can say that I'm glad that something good's come out of it, and kudos to these youths. They had options to either go become armed robbers or motor park touts or whatever, but they opted for what God has given them in terms of talent, and look at how it's paying now. So please do not hide your talent.
No, don't.
Make sure you go for it and try to maximize it. I'd like to take your opinion on the Nigerian DJ industry, the industry itself.
All right.
There's no way you. I will let you get out.
I don't know if I'm qualified enough to
That's right.
to touch on that.
Yeah, you're qualified enough to give your opinion.
The Nigerian DJs as a whole, as a body, as a movement, we are going places. Any DJ of Nigerian descent automatically is a fantastic DJ. And the reason why I said that is this: DJs from Nigeria or DJs of Nigerian descent tend to play across board, unlike DJs from other environments. We play everything. We play R&B, hip hop, reggae, bash band. I mean, we play everything.
Everything. Yeah.
So with that is a plus for us.
Yeah.
That has always been a plus for us, and it will continue to be a plus for us. I see DJs from other areas beginning to emulate us, but
right,
if it is not Panadol, it can never be like Panadol.
Yeah. Yeah. You see, one of my favorite songs from one of these rap artists in Nigeria is, "You can never give Panashap to somebody who is dull."
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It doesn't work.
Nah.
Right. We're going to round up now. We want you to give your advice, and I always ask this question. I make it a point of duty to ask this question to every single one that sits beside me in this interview room. Our youth are very important to us, and I know some of them, quite a lot of them, are on the social media, and some of them will be watching this, and I want you to give your opinion, your advice to them, because the more people that advise them, the more opportunities they have to pick and choose from different advices, make it into their own, and become a great person in future. So give them your advice, please.
First off, get educated, go to school, pick an area that you want, stay committed to it, and I mean, if you decide to venture into the DJ industry, the number one thing that you want to keep doing over and over is practice. Practice your craft day and night. You can't be perfect enough. So yeah, that's just it. Stay committed, stay determined, and practice your craft.
Well done. Yeah, so you've heard it from the horse's mouth. If you're committed and you're determined and you practice makes perfect. And if you're committed, there's no way you're going to be taking no for an answer. If you go to 200 places, you take it, they say no, just pack your load and go to number 201.
Yeah.
You will never, ever live through your lifetime being fully rejected.
Yeah.
If you do that, then that means you're not good enough. And if you know you're not good enough, find out what someone who's better than you is doing and go for it.
True.
Right. Award for your fans, and I know you have numerous fans over there.
Wow, fans, and as the band will say, ACs, thank you, Lord. I mean, without you, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be who I am today. So I am really grateful for all the support and the love that you show to me. God bless you all. I mean, keep supporting me. I pray that I won't fail you guys. One love.
Thank you very much. Now I am going to put you on the spot. Before you go, you're going to do a shout out to RG Television.
Okay. All right. Big shout out to Heritage TV for having me on the show. Big shout out to my big bros as well, DJ Jossy Ladd. And The crew behind the camera, they've been wonderful. They've welcomed me. I feel loved. Once again, shout out to Heritage TV. If you're not on Heritage TV, you're on a long thing.
Serious long thing.
Yes, so find your way back to Heritage TV. I beg. Biko.
It's a very nice one. My brother, it's been nice having you.
Thank you very much.
I forgot, when I was shouting my accolades, I forgot to ask the last one, and there's Mr. Reliable. He's very dependable and reliable. He's helped me get out of a few holes before in the past. It's someone you can call on if you have a problem. He is a fantastic guy and very humble as well. Pleasant character, exceptional personality.
With all this introduction, I need to go to the bank and get £1 million.
You know what I always say. Nobody's going to make noise about us unless we go on top of Big Ben and make noise about ourselves. So that's it.
That would be dangerous.
If a brother of mine is good, yeah. I'm going to tell the whole world that, listen, I got a brother here. He's the best in the world, and that's how I feel about you.
That's the way.
So we're going to sign.
I appreciate you as well.
Thank you very much, my dear viewers. We're going to sign off in a second, and when we sign off, we're going to fade into DJ Whateva doing his thing on the decks. It's only a snippet, so make sure you don't miss it. DJ Whateva is a pleasure. Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much.
Nice one.
You too.
So once again, it's DJ Jossy Ladd, Heritage Television, Rokstedi Time, and we'll see you again next week. Take it away, Mr. T.
Look, I still don't know who you are.
My name is Starlight.
Give me a break and leave me alone.
It has been very difficult getting through to her.
Light of life.
You really don't know what's coming to you, do you?
The Christmas angels are here.
The Christmas angels? It's too early.
We had to arrive early.
Welcome. Speak.
I need a solution on how to deal with him. Is Daddy coming home to Thanksgiving?
Please don't let me down.
I won't. The voice has started again. Don't worry.
She cannot focus. That girl don't almost go down.
He does not deserve you. All isn't lost.
They come with the most requests.
Daddy. The angel has answered my prayers.
Have a package? Yeah.
Meet the needs of everyone.
How?
Through her dreams. There she will get the answers that she needs.
It's free. You do not have to pay. Really? Wow.
Welcome to the meeting point.
truthfully, you really gonna keep it?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it, definitely.
What's the point in saying you love me like a friend? What's the point in saying it's never gonna end? You're too proud to say, but you made a mistake.
What? It has nothing to do with you being white. Well, then what possible other reason could there be for you not wanting to introduce me to your friends and family?
We're not gonna fit. No, I'm not the type that you like. Why don't we just pretend? Lies.
You can't just selfishly make that decision without me. It's my baby too.
I can't let you go, can't let you go. I just